Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Flute Tip of the Week. So today I'm coming to you from Heathrow Terminal 2. I didn't have time to record the video before I came to the airport, and so this is what I'm doing now. I've got my headphones in because now you'll be able to hear me through the microphone on here. And then that means that you're not going to hear random people who are on the phone, like a guy who's on his phone at the next table. Today I thought it would be a good day for us to talk about recreating a scenario that will help you to be able to feel really ready for any situation where you need to perform. So let's see what it is today. It's important to learn how to recreate the stress of an exam, audition, or performance so that you're able to practice getting through your stress and still achieving optimal results. Now, while people are always talking about how they need to get better at visualizing their concerts or about how they feel that stress can sometimes creep up on them, or what we can call performance anxiety, although that is a bit of a taboo word, don't ever want to fall into a category of someone thinking that you just have performance anxiety. Nerves are a natural thing. It would be worrisome if you weren't nervous for something, because it would mean that you're not as engaged in getting a good result. The day you stop getting nervous and worrying about what you're doing, then that's the day that you need to start thinking about a career change or about different ways of bringing up your motivation again. There are many ways that you'd be able to make fake auditions even when you're completely alone. Now, a lot of people will talk about the importance of being a good visualizer when it comes to having a great mental image of what the audition situation will look like. So if you're going into, let's say, a blind audition, and you know that there's going to be a big screen there or a curtain, and you start to think about what the shape of the room will be like so that you can have an idea of what it's going to actually be like to walk from off stage and stand in the center and begin to play to people you can't see. You can also use this for exams or even performances. However, preparation for these kinds of nerves need to span more than just the mental image of what the situation and what the scene is going to look like when you're actually playing. Our biggest thing to overcome when we're performing is always going to be some sort of physical manifestation of nerves, or it's going to be something mental, like second guessing yourself or talking down to yourself. A lot of this is usually caused by a raised heart rate, but it's difficult to try to simply imagine what it looks like and make yourself nervous from that. There are some people who are able to do that, and that's fantastic for them. But for people who normally only get these physical manifestations of stress when they're about to perform or when they're actually in the midst of performing, it's important to find a way to be able to recreate that stress as well. And there are quite a few things you can do to be able to learn how to replicate it. First off, if you're living alone or you prefer to do your practice on your own rather than doing mock auditions for your friends or teachers, that's perfectly fine, and you're able to do various things to make yourself nervous for doing this fake audition alone. A good thing to do is to set up a recorder in the room that you're about to do your fake audition. Either use, say, a Zoom recorder, set up your laptop, or even just have your phone on silent and sitting on your table and recording while you're about to perform. So set up the recorder in that room and then leave the room so that you can have an entrance like in an exam and then leave the room afterward. Sometimes just that will be enough to make you a little bit more nervous and to get the heart rate going a little bit more. So once you've walked off stage, if you feel like you've still not quite gotten enough nerves for you to be able to recreate this situation properly, start off by testing your pulse and see how slow or fast it is. And then do some jumping jacks or run in place. Do something physical that's going to force your heart rate to jump. And once you've done that, feel your pulse again and see how much quicker it is than your resting heart rate, because then this will allow you to stop and start doing some breathing exercises to be able to practice bringing it back down on command. A good way to do this is by doing a breathing exercise called centering, which is where you'll lie down on the ground with your hand on your chest and the other on your stomach, and just focus on breathing into your belly, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, and completely emptying your mind. And like I said in my last video, just maybe have 1 or 2 cue words that sit in your head while you're doing this breathing exercise. And while you're doing this, occasionally check your pulse and see if you're able to bring it down from the rushing heart rate from doing something suddenly physically active to controlling the heart rate with your breathing and being able to bring it back down again. Now that you've done your breathing and checking your pulse and making sure everything is nice and calm again, or as calm as you think you can get it at the time, then go in and do your fake audition/exam/performance. Your heart rate is probably going to jump a little bit as soon as you get in front of the music stand or set up in the room and are getting ready to take your first breath. Remember that if you're doing a performance or audition or exam, you're not going to be able to stop and start again if you make a mistake. So this is a really good opportunity to be able to test yourself and if you're able to play through your mistakes and not get distracted. After you've done your first piece and you're getting yourself set to start the next one, test out your pulse again. Remember that this exercise is really a learning experience to see how much your body is going to be changing during the course of this period of time of playing. And the information that you're getting from this will allow you to focus on controlling these things in your daily practice. So again, that tip was if you're preparing for an exam, audition, or performance, it is important to learn how to recreate the feelings of nerves and anxiety so that you're able to learn how to combat that. I hope you found this week's tip helpful. I apologize if my eyes suddenly dart around while I'm doing this. I keep on seeing people looking at me funny because I'm kind of talking to myself in front of a computer. Until next week, flute happy, audition happy, and try to chill out.
My seat number is my age.